Of all the inventions the Asura have brought into the world, few are quite as versatile as their holographic technology. At its heart, a hologram is a visual projection of a three-dimensional image created by recording a light field. Asuran holograms are highly detailed, and holograms have been created of structures and objects, even plants, animals, and Asura themselves. Asuran holograms are used for many things, including decoration, information, education, and entertainment. They can even record messages and form virtual guides. Their versatility is aided by the extent that they can be manipulated. Literally anything can be recorded into a hologram, and the Asura use this to create some truly spectacular and aptly challenging scenarios. Especially since Asura-generated holograms, aided with a little magic, can move independently of the constraints and trappings afforded to traditional light-based imagery. For example, some do not need a source from which illumination is emitted to function. This opens the door to fantastic creations that look and behave like actual, living organisms. Notable hologram creators include Ellie, an Asura who lends her considerable skill to aid the Pact. She is famous for her gigantic hologram made in her image, and grew in notoriety using it to commentate on tournaments in Gandharan fields. Since then, she has utilised her hologram alongside soldiers when it was necessary to aid them in combat. Its ability to mimic her every move has made it a very useful tool. Other creators use holograms for combat training, more so than field operations. Here in Rata Novus, Taimi has been able to reinvigorate an ancient device used by the Asura to prepare for combat. This virtual theorem replicator is an entire room designed to spawn in holographic minions to test combatants' mettle. Because of the numerous light-emitting contraptions on the ceiling, this room can rapidly cultivate low-grade but no less ferocious dragon minions, all at the flick of a switch. The possibilities are endless, provided Taimi and associates can record and program them in, and no doubt her technology will be used for years to come as the battles rage on against the older dragons. Taimi's adventures in Rata Novus were aided by perhaps the most well-known holotech-oriented Asura. Moto is, by all accounts, infamous, and there are few that do not know his name or his creations. Here in the corner of Ratasum, Moto has set up his Super Adventure Box. The box is a self-contained virtual reality holographically generated universe, and every year he opens it to the public for their entertainment and enjoyment. What makes the Super Adventure Box, or SAB, so spectacular is how immersive these generated worlds are. The colours are vivid, the structures apparently solid, and the enemies hit as hard as any real-world foe. SAB lacks the translucent quality of many other Asuran holograms, and it lends the box an otherworldly, candid quality. Moto designed the box originally to act as a teaching aid for young Asuran progeny, but its popularity meant he found it far too enticing not to allow other visitors into the box too. His technology has been applied outside of SAB to toys and gadgets, allowing Tyrians to tote about their very own super creatures all year round, and his enterprise has expanded into striking and very functional holographic weaponry. Coming in a collection of fantastic colours, these weapons are a far cry from the usual array of pointy sticks touted by the populace. As Asuran inventors collaborate and continue to expand their holographic repertoire, no doubt we will see many more impressive additions to the technology, but it's always worth adding a word of caution to any discussion centered around holographic merit. The technology is prolific and marvelous, capable of wondrous things, and as such it's quite enticing to steal. Even in Tyria's recent history, holographic tech was taken by forces intent on creating conflict. It's worth bearing in mind the ease at which the very same tech used to create cute holographic animals can also be used to create fearsome soldiers of war, and Scarlet and the Etherblade Pirates' legacy can still be felt in some parts of Tyria today. Whether you see such Asuran holography as a welcome distraction or a useful tool for education, a fun addition to everyday life, or a vital aspect of winning battles and wars, there is no doubt the Asura responsible will continue to advance their science, and we can always guarantee that they will create all the more wondrous things in the future.